Today, let's begin from where we left. Chapter 4. The Fourth Night. My God, how it has all come to an end. What an ending to all of this. I arrived at 9 o'clock. She was already there. I caught sight of her when I was still quite a distance away. She was standing like she had been then, that first time, with her elbows leaning on the railing of the embankment, and didn't hear me approach. Nastenka, I called out to her, making a tremendous effort to suppress my agitation. She quickly turned around towards me. Well, she said. Well, quickly now. I looked at her in bewilderment. Well, where's the letter? Did you bring the letter? She repeated, touching the railing with her hand. No, I don't have a letter, I said finally. Has he really not come to see you yet? She turned terribly pale and for a long time looked at me without moving. I had shattered her last hope. Well, good luck to him, she uttered finally in a breaking voice. Good luck to him, if he's going to leave me like that. She lowered her eyes, then wanted to look at me, but she couldn't. For several more minutes, she kept her agitation in check, but suddenly she turned away, leaned her elbows on the balustrade of the embankment, and burst into tears. Enough, I began, but as I looked at her, I didn't have the strength to continue. And what could I have said? Don't try to comfort me, she said, weeping. Don't talk about him. Don't say that he will come, that he wouldn't abandon me so cruelly, so inhumanly as he has done. What for? What for? Can it really be that there was something in my letter? In that wrenched letter? Here's her voice was broken by sobs. My heart was breaking as I looked at her. Oh, how cruelly inhuman it is, she began again. And not a line, not a line. He could at least have answered that he didn't need me, that he was rejecting me, but not a single line in 3 whole days. How easy it is for him to wound, to insult a poor defenseless girl whose only fault is that she loves him. Oh, what I have endured these 3 days, my God. When I recall that I went to him the first time myself, that I humbled myself before him, wept, that I begged him for just the tiniest smidgen of love. And after that, listen, she began as she turned to me, and her black eyes began to flash. This cannot be, it simply cannot be like this. It's unnatural. Either you or I have been deceived. Maybe he didn't get the letter. Perhaps he still doesn't know anything. How it is possible? Judge for yourself. How is it possible to behave so barbarously and so cruelly as he has towards me? Not a single word. But the lowliest man on earth is treated with more compassion. Perhaps he heard something. Perhaps somebody said something about me. She cried out, turning to me with a question. What? What do you think? Listen, Nastenka. Tomorrow I'll go and see him in your name. Yes, I'll ask him about everything. I'll tell him everything. Yes. You write a letter. Don't say no, Nastenka. Don't say no. I'll make him respect your action. He will learn everything, and if... No, my friend, no, she interrupted. Enough. Not another word from me. Not a line. Enough. I don't know him. I don't love him anymore. I will forget him. She didn't finish. Calm yourself, calm yourself. Sit here, Nastenka, I said as I seated her on the bench. But I am calm. Enough, it's nothing. Just tears, they'll dry. Don't you think that I will do away with myself, that I'll drown myself? My heart was full. I wanted to say something but couldn't. Listen, she continued, taking me by the hand. Tell me, would you have acted like this? Would you have abandoned a girl who came to you on her own? Would you have thrown in her face a shameless jeer at her weak, foolish heart? Would you have looked after her? Would you have understood that she was all alone, that she didn't know how to take care of herself, that she didn't know how to protect herself from loving you, that it wasn't her fault, that finally it wasn't her fault, that she had done nothing? Oh my God, my God. Nastenka, I cried out finally, unable to control my agitation. Nastenka, you are tearing me apart. You are breaking my heart. You are killing me, Nastenka. I cannot be silent. I must finally speak and tell you what has been welling up here in my heart. As I said this, I got up from the bench. She took me by the hand and looked at me in surprise. What is it? She uttered finally. Listen, I said resiliently. Listen to me, Nastenka. What I am about to say is all nonsense, all impossible, all silly. I know that it can never happen, but I cannot remain silent. In the name of all that you are suffering now, I beg of you beforehand to forgive me. Well, what is it? She said, having stopped crying and looked at me intently, while a strange curiosity shone in her astonished eyes. What is it? It's impossible, but I love you, Nastenka. That's what it is. Well, now everything has been said, I said with a wave of my hand. Now you will see whether you can talk with me as you were just talking, whether finally you can listen to what I was going to say. Well, what of it? What of it? Nastenka interrupted. What of it? Well, I knew long ago that you loved me, only it always seemed to me that you loved me simply, in a different way. Oh my God, my God. In the beginning it was simple, Nastenka, but now I am in extremely the same position as you were when you went to him with your bundle. Worse than you, Nastenka, because he didn't love someone else, but you do. What is it you are saying to me? I truly don't understand you at all. But listen here. Why ever, that is not why, but what reason do you have for so suddenly? My God, I'm talking nonsense, but you? And Nastenka became thoroughly confused. Her cheeks were flushed. She lowered her eyes. What's to be done, Nastenka? What am I to do? I am to blame. I abused you. But no, I am not to blame, Nastenka. I know it. I feel it because my heart tells me that I'm right, because I cannot hurt you. I cannot offend you. I was your friend. Well, and that is what I am now. I have betrayed nothing, you see. Now it's me whose tears are streaming down, Nastenka. Let them stream, let them stream. They don't bother anybody. They will dry, Nastenka. But sit down, do sit down, she said as she was seating me on the bench. Oh my God. No, Nastenka, I won't sit down. I can't stay here any longer. You won't see me anymore. I will say everything and leave. I only want to say that you would never have learned that I love you. I would have buried my secret. I would not have tormented you at this moment with my egoism. No, but I couldn't be here it any longer now. You spoke of it yourself. You are to blame. You are to blame for all this, not me. You cannot drive me away from you. No, of course not. No, I'm not driving you off. No, Nastenka said, concealing as best she could her embarrassment. The poor thing. You are not driving me away? No, but I was going to run away from you myself. And I will leave as soon as I tell you everything from the beginning. Because when you were talking just now, I couldn't sit still. When you were crying just now, when you were suffering because I'll say it, Nastenka, because you were rejected, because your love had been spurned. I sensed, I felt it in my heart that there was so much love for you, Nastenka, so much love. And I was so sorry that I couldn't help you with this love, that my heart was breaking and I could not be silent. I had to speak, Nastenka. I had to speak. Yes, yes, speak to me like that, Nastenka said with an inexplicable gesture. It might seem strange to you that I'm speaking to you like this, but speak. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you everything. You feel sorry for me, Nastenka. You simply feel sorry for me, my little friend. What's done is done. What's said can't be taken back. Isn't that so? Well, now you know everything. Well, that's a starting point. Well, alright. Everything's fine now. Only listen. When you were sitting and crying, I was thinking to myself, oh, let me tell you what I was thinking. I was thinking that, well, of course, this could never be Nastenka. I was thinking that you somehow, well, that you quite on your own had stopped loving him. That I was thinking that this yesterday and the day before yesterday, Nastenka, then I would certainly have made you fall in love with me. You said, you were saying yourself, Nastenka, that you had almost fallen in love with me. Well, what else? Well, that's almost everything that I wanted to say. It remains only to say that it would have been like if you had fallen in love with me, only that, nothing more. Listen then, my friend, because you are still my friend. Of course, I'm a simple person, poor and insignificant. Only that's not the point. I somehow keep talking about the wrong things. That's because I'm embarrassed, Nastenka. But only I would love you so. I would love you so that even if you still loved him and continued to love this person whom I don't know, you still would not find my love to be a burden to you in any way. You would only feel, you would only sense at every moment that next to you beats a grateful heart, an ardent heart, which for your sake, oh Nastenka, what have you done to me? Now, don't cry. I don't want you to cry, Nastenka said, quickly getting up from the bench. Come along, get up, come with me. Don't cry, don't cry, she kept saying as she wiped away my tears with her handkerchief. Well, come along now. Perhaps I'll tell you something. Yes, if he had abandoned me now, if he has forgotten me even though I still love him, I don't wish to deceive you. But listen, answer me. If, for example, I were to love you, that is, if only oh my friend, when I think how I insulted you then, when I laughed at your love, when I praised you for not falling in love, oh my God, how did I not foresee it? How did I not foresee this? How could I have been so stupid? But well, I have made up my mind. I'll tell you everything. Listen, Nastenka, do you know what? I'll go away. That's what I simply tormenting you. Now you have pangs of romance because you made fun of me. But I don't want, yes, I don't want you in addition to your sorrow. Of course, I'm to blame, Nastenka, but goodbye. Stop, hear me out. Can you wait? Wait for what? Why? I love him, but that will pass. It must pass. It cannot but pass. It's already passing. I can sense it. Who knows, perhaps it will end today. Because I hate him, because he had a good laugh at my expense while you were crying here with me, because you didn't reject me like he did, because you love me and he didn't love me, because I love you myself. Yes, I love as you love me. You know, I myself even said so to you. You heard it yourself, because I love that you are better than he is, because you are nobler than he is, because the poor girl's agitation was so intense that she didn't finish. She put her head on her shoulder, then on my chest, and burst into bitter tears. I comforted her, tried to bring her round, but she couldn't stop. She kept squeezing my hand and saying between sobs, wait, I'll stop in just a minute. I want to tell you, don't think that those tears, it's just weakness. Wait until it passes. Finally, she stopped, wiped away her tears, and we set off walking once again. I wanted to speak, but for a long time, yet she kept asking me to wait. We fell silent. Finally, she plucked up her courage and began to speak. Now, listen to me, she began in a weak and trembling voice, but one in which there was a ring of something that pierced right through my heart and began to ache there sweetly. Don't think that I am so fickle and fleeting. Don't think that I can so easily and quickly forget and be untrue. I left him for a whole year, and I swear to God that never was I unfaithful to him, even in thoughts. He distrained this, he had a good laugh at my expense, good luck to him. But he wounded me and insulted my heart. I I do not love him, because I can love only that which is magnanimous, which understands me, which is noble, because I am like that myself, and he is not worthy of me. Well, good luck to him. It's better that he disappoint me now than for me to learn that he is like later on. Well, of course, but who knows, my dear friend, she continued, squeezing my hand. Who knows, perhaps all my love amounted to nothing more than my feelings and imagination. Just my imagination, perhaps it began as a prank or foolishness, all because I was under grandmother's watch. Perhaps I ought to love someone else, another, and not him, not a man like him, but someone who would take pity on me, and when let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. Nastenka broke off, choked with emotions. I only wanted to say to you, I wanted to say that if, despite the fact that I love him, no, I loved him, if despite that you will still say, if you feel that your love is so great that it may in the end drive out from my heart the former, if you wish to take pity on me, if you don't wish to leave me alone to my fate, without consolation, without hope, if you wish to love me always as you now love me, then I swear that gratitude, that my love will in the end be worthy of your love. Will you take my hand now? Nastenka, I cried out, choking with sobs. Nastenka, oh Nastenka. Well, enough, enough. Well, now that's certainly enough, she said, hardly able to control herself. Well, now everything has been said. Isn't that right? Isn't that so? Well, and you're happy, and I am happy. Not another word more than this. Wait, spare me. Talk about something else, for God's sake. Yes, Nastenka, yes. Enough about that. Now I am happy. Nastenka, let's talk about something else. Quickly. Yes, quickly, let's talk about something else. Yes, I'm ready. And we didn't know what to say. We laughed, we cried, we said thousands of words without rhymes or reason. We first walked along the sideway, then suddenly we turned back and crossed the street. Then we stopped and began to cross over to the embankment. We were like children. I live alone now, Nastenka, I said, but tomorrow. Well, of course, I'm poor, Nastenka. I only have 1200 rubles, but that doesn't matter. Of course not. And grandmother has her pension, so she wouldn't be a burden to us. We must take grandmother. Of course, we must take grandmother. Only there's Matriona. Oh, and we have Fyolka as well. Matriona is a good woman. Only she has one fault. She doesn't have any imagination. Nastenka absolutely no imagination whatsoever, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference. They can both live together. Only you must move to our house tomorrow. What did you say? To your house? Fine, I'm ready. Yes, you will rent from us. We have an attic upstairs. It's empty. There was a lodger, an old woman, a noble woman. She's moved out, and grandmother, I know, wants to rent it to a young man. I said, what exactly a young man? And she said, just because I'm old now, but just don't you start thinking, Nastenka, that I want to marry you off to him. So I guess that it was for that very reason. Oh, Nastenka, and we both laughed. Well, enough of that, enough. But where is it that you live? I have forgotten. Over there by Skybridge in Berenikov's building. Is it that big house? Yes, the big house. Oh, I know it. It's a good house. Only you must leave it, and move in with us as soon as possible. Tomorrow, then, Nasenka, tomorrow. I owe a bit of my apartment, but that doesn't matter. I'll receive my salary soon. And perhaps I can give lessons. I will learn something myself and then give lessons. Well, now that's wonderful, and I'll get my bonus soon, Nastenka. So then, tomorrow you will be my lodger. Yes, and we will go see the Barber of Seville because they're going to put it on again soon. Yes, let's go, Nastenka said, smiling. No, it would be better to see something else and not the barber. Well, fine, something else. Of course, that would be better. That was what I was thinking. As she said this, we were both walking to some kind of stupor, in a haze as if we didn't know ourselves what was happening to us. One moment we would stop and talk for a long time without moving. Then we would start walking again, and God only knows where we ended up. And then laughter again, and then tears. Then Nastenka would suddenly want to go home, and I didn't dare to keep her and wanted to see her home. We would set off, and a quarter of an hour later we would find ourselves on the embankment by our bench. Then she would sigh, and once again her eyes would well up with tears. I would turn timid and then feel a chill, but she would immediately squeeze my hand and drag me off to walk, to chatter, to talk. It's time now, it's time for me to go home. I think it must be quite late, Nastenka said at last. We have been behaving like children long enough. Yes, Nastenka, only I wouldn't fall asleep now. I wouldn't go home. I don't think I'll sleep either, just see me home. Absolutely. Only this time we absolutely must walk all the way to the apartment. Absolutely, absolutely. Word of honor? Because you see, I must return home at some point. Word of honor, I answered, laughing. Well, let's go. Let's go. Look at the sky, Nastenka. Look. Tomorrow will be a wonderful day. What a blue sky, what a moon. Look, see how that yellow cloud is beginning to hide it from view. Look, look. No, it's passed by. Look now, look. But Nastenka wasn't looking at the cloud. She stood speechless, rooted to the ground. A minute later, she began somewhat timidly clinging to me tightly. Her hand began to tremble in my hand. I glanced at her. She pressed against me more tightly still. At that moment, a young man walked past us. He suddenly stopped, looked at us intently, and then took several steps. My heart began to quiver. Nastenka, I said in a hushed voice. Who is that, Nastenka? It's him, she answered in a whisper, clinging to me even more tightly and more timidly. I could barely keep standing on my own 2 feet. Nastenka, Nastenka, it's you. We heard a voice behind us, and at that moment the young man took several steps towards us. My God, what a cry! How she shuddered, how she tore herself from my arm and flew to meet him. I stood and watched them, crushed. But she had scarcely given him her hand, had scarcely thrown herself into his embrace, when she suddenly turned to me again and was at my side in a flash like the wind. And before I had a chance to collect myself, she flung both arms around my neck and kissed me firmly, ardently. Then, without saying a word to me, she rushed to him again, took him by the hand, and led him away. I stood for a long time and watched them walk away. Finally, both of them vanished from sight. We'll rest here for tonight. The story continues when we turn the next page.